notation, we need to use parentheses or brackets. So this is greater than equal to, right? So that means we will include the endpoint negative 0.7. So it's greater than, so this negative 0.7 is the left-hand side. So we use brackets, negative 0.7, greater than, right? That means greater than, mean approaching to the right without bound. It means we're going to use a positive infinity. And remember, when you use infinity, you use the right parenthesis because we don't know for certain what this number is. You know it's a number, a positive number, but you don't know exactly what it is. So you need to use parentheses, the right parentheses. So this is part C. So I have one more example. And this example has the same questions here. So I'll give you a moment to look over before I erase it. All right. Three, four, Z. Okay. Negative 3 4z greater than negative 5. Solve the given inequality. So in this case, we solve for z. Copy the original inequality. Okay, the coefficients is 3/4, right? Again, there are many ways you can use to solve this inequality. First, I'll find the LCD. Denominator of this coefficient is 4, right? Denominator of this number is what? What is the denominator here? 1, right? So, if you know 4 and 1, you can find the LCD, right? So it turns out the LCD is 4. Okay? So I'm going to use LCD to eliminate the denominator. So multiply LCD 4 on both sides. We have 4 times simplify, we get 4, this is 4 over 1, okay? So 4 divided by 4. This 4 is on top, numerator. This 4 is denominator. So numerator divided by denominator, and because it's the same value, it'll be 1. 4 divided by 4 is 1. So 1 times the value inside parenthesis right here, which is the numerator, negative 3. Okay? Don't forget the z. Greater than. Now, I forgot to mention, before you continue, remember every time you multiply or divide the same number on both sides, make sure you verify if you need to switch this inequality or maintain it. Now, since the number 4, right, we just use to multiply on both sides of this inequality. 4 is positive, right? 4 is positive, mean we don't reverse. We maintain the original inequality because the number we use to multiply is positive, 4. So I'm going to keep this inequality right here and right here. So 4 times negative 5 is negative 20. Simplify further, we have 1 times negative 3 is negative 3z greater than negative 20. Now we're not done yet. We just simplify this inequality to this inequality. The good thing is that there's no more denominator. There's no more fraction. The goal is to solve for z, right? So to solve for z, we need to divide both sides by negative 3. Now, again, you need to check, okay? Just like this one, you just checked. You need to reverse the inequality or not after you multiply or divide. Okay, I need to check. So now just divide -3 on both sides, okay? The question is, do I need to reverse? If you multiply, right, or divide by a negative number, you need to reverse. So I cannot keep this inequality. I need to switch this to less than, okay? In order to maintain an equivalent inequality with this original and this, to maintain the equivalent inequalities, I need to reverse the inequality symbol. So -3 divided by -3 is z, or 1 times z, which is z, less than negative divided by -3 is positive 20 divided by 3. Okay? So we just solve this inequality, which is z less than 20 divided by 3. Okay. We move on to part B, which is write the answer in set notation. So let me delete this to make space. And I will copy the answer for part A up here, which is z less than 20 divided by 3. Let's see, part B. We need to write the answer for set notation, right? Set notation involves braces. So what variable is that? We need to put it here. In this case, the original inequality, z is the only variable, right? So we put z such that, give a description of z. We can find that from part A, right? Z is less than 20 divided by 3. For part C, write the answer in interval notation. Interval notation involves parentheses, brackets. So z is less than 20 over 3, less than the approaching to the left, right? So we're going to use negative infinity for the left hand side. That means this 23 over 3 is the right endpoint. And because it's less than, it's not including the right endpoint 20 over 3, so we use parentheses instead. So 20 over 3, parentheses, less than right, approaching to the left. So negative infinity. And again, for negative infinity, we use parentheses, the left parentheses. So this is the answer for part C. Up to now, I'm finished number 5. Number 5, which is, let me see, number 5 that have addition principle and multiplication principle.